Teresa here for Pursebuzz, and today I'm going to show you how to create a Hello Kitty headband holder. It's really simple to do, it's fun. You just need a Quaker Oats container, a paper towel roll, or some kind of a cylinder shaped item that will fit your headbands on. So I just use the Quaker Oats one because it's simple, it's light, you can store stuff inside, and you can make a whole bunch of these at a really, really low price. So you can see I have two headbands here. I'm just going to place it on there. And it doesn't go anywhere, and you can place as many as you want. You can make as many as you want. You can like put this one on top of another one so you have a really tall headband tower. And then you can just place it into your favorite headband spot, and all the headbands will be in place and you're not going to lose it. So if you're interested, keep on watching.
Pursebuzz.
Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to create the Hello Kitty headband holder. So the first thing you're going to need is either a Quaker Oats jar like this, or you can take a paper towel roll like this, but you're going to want something that's really thick and full so that you could put your headband on just like this without it sliding. So if you do feel like there's a little bit of a gap, you may want to add extra fabric or extra paper towels in this case, or you can go with something like this. But these things right here, you decorate, it's a vase, you decorate it on the inside, and then you just put your headbands around it, put a little bit of ribbon on the side to create a little friction so your headbands can hold. So today I'm going to show you how to create a Hello Kitty one, which requires me to use the Quaker Oats one, because you can see there's a little bit of slippage here, which means I need to add just a small layer of fabric. So the fabric I've chosen today is a piece of felt. What you want to do is you're going to measure the circumference of your Quaker Oats jar. If you don't have any measuring equipment or tape like that, you could just use a piece of string or ribbon. So in this case, I have ribbon. So in this case, I'm going to use my Hello Kitty ribbon, and I'm going to go around it. And it measures about this much. It looks like a little bit more than a foot. Then I'm going to make the length of my felt piece the same length and add just a little bit more. So that's going to be perfect. And you're going to want to have a little bit extra room on the top too. So don't cut it exact. You want to make sure you have a little bit of a gap here, just like this. Because what you're going to do is you're going to kind of cinch it up. And so you want to make sure there's room. Then the next thing you're going to do is you're just going to glue it together. I'm recycling this old piece of felt here, and that's why you see this. Okay, you want to make sure that you have some paper towel or a piece of paper here so that when you go over this with glue, you're not going to get your table messed up. And this doesn't have to be perfect. You really just want to stick this right onto your oatmeal container. Then you're going to lay your Quaker Oats container down. Like that. And you're going to roll it. Make sure that it's all glued down on the bottom. Then you're going to have this seam right here. What you're going to do is you're going to take it, you're going to make it as straight as possible, and you're going to glue that part down as well. So you're going to go underneath. You're just going to glue it. Now don't worry if you have little glue pieces. We're actually going to conceal that. Right now we just want our foundation. And you can see it holds the headband perfectly. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to pick your favorite fabric. So I got this right here from Joann's, and it was like $6 a yard. It was on sale. And it's filled with Hello Kitty. So you don't need to get Hello Kitty. You know, you can get anything you want. You can leave it black if you like. You can embellish it with things like this. I got this from Walmart, which I totally love. And I think this was $4.99. So you can use whatever you want, get creative. So for this one, since I promised a Hello Kitty headband holder, we're going to be doing that. Take it and just start cutting out some Hello Kitty. I recommend cutting it into pieces like this and then going and cutting it yourself. And I don't want to cut it too close to her actual body. I'm going to give it a little bit of a purple halo. So I'm just going to cut it right around. And I highly recommend fabric scissors because it makes it a lot easier. So I'm going right along the edge of the fabric, and I'm just cutting different Hello Kitties. And then I'm going to actually add a little bit of like a Hello Kitty border up here and a Hello Kitty border down here. So that's why I'm going to keep it real simple with the Hello Kitty. So what you're going to do is you're going to lay it flat on the surface that you like. See whether or not you want to cut Hello Kitty a little bit more or you want to leave it as is. Okay, then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this whole back part up here and make sure that it looks pretty and presentable. So what I've chosen to conceal this is a glittery ribbon. This one is also from Walmart. This kind of has a little bit of a texture to it, which I really like. And I'm just going to go straight from the bottom upward, just like that. And I'm going to decide, okay, so if I'm going to put Hello Kitty under here, do I want this black piece to go above Hello Kitty or underneath Hello Kitty? So that's up to you. You can check, to see if you like it like this or if you like it like this. I kind of like it with the black part on top of the Hello Kitty. So that means I'm going to do this part first. So now I'm just going to take this and I'm going to hot glue it all the way around the bottom. And I'm going to start right here because this part's going to be concealed. Okay, next I'm going to conceal the seam right here, just like that. So I'm going to go a little bit overboard, over the edge here. And I'm going to glue that down. And I'm going to follow the seam and I'm just going to conceal that. Okay, now that you have that backside part glued, what you want to do is you want to take a rubber band or something and you want to tighten this so that you can see exactly where you want to glue the Hello Kitty to the top part. And I'm just going to go right along the edge. Now take your time on this part, but you want to make it as even as possible. Okay, now I'm going to glue on Hello Kitty. I've actually changed my mind and decided to have it spread out a little bit more just because, I don't know, I think it's a little bit cuter that way, not so uniform. And you can actually use like puff paints and things like that to go along the perimeter of Hello Kitty, but I'm going to leave it as it is because I kind of like that little homemade feel to this project. So I'm just add a little bit of some hot glue on here. And you're almost done. Okay, now for the top part. So you can cut this down if you'd like and fold it and then stick like a big flower on top or like a big bow on top or something like this if you want. Fluff it up, of course. I don't know, whatever you want to do. But for me, I like to keep it open like this because inside you could actually store stuff in here. You could store your hairbrushes, you could store your secret coin collection or whatever you'd like. I like to kind of keep this open because that way I can store things inside and it gives it a little bit of weight so that it is stable and it won't like tip over if you don't have like a lot of headbands on it. So what you could do is you can put, like I said, you can use something like this. You can tie it with a little bit of a Hello Kitty ribbon. You can make like a pretty bow. So I'm going to do that real quick here. Then I'm going to make a little Hello Kitty bow right here. Just kind of finish it up. Just going to use my whole ribbon spool here. You don't need too much glue. You just need to have a little bit of stability. So I'm going to just take that little part right here, take it to the back. Nice blob of glue. And I'm going to take that ribbon, tuck it into the back so that the front part is perfect. I'm going to make sure I'm looking right in the middle. And I'm going to glue it like that. And there you have a simple Hello Kitty headband holder. It'll hold however I want it. And that completes the tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed my Hello Kitty headband holder. You can do really essentially anything you want. You could do like the studs and rivets like I showed earlier. You can make it really simple with just felt. You can do it glittery, whatever you want. You can also pick up something like this. This was purchased at a TJ Maxx. I think it was $4.99. You could put some flowers inside. You could fill it up with some like flowers and beads and like those little glass ball thingies, I don't even know, filler. And then you just put your headbands around. The only recommendation is to apply some sort of like felt or something along the side so that your headbands don't go sliding, because there's some headbands that are smaller than others. So when you do purchase a glass or acrylic container like this, I recommend wearing a headband there and then sticking it on there so you can see whether or not it'll slide down. Thanks again for joining me here at Tip Thursday. Don't forget to visit next Thursday where you can learn how to eliminate all like of the mascara goop that you get down here and up here and just totally ruining your makeup look. Thanks again for subscribing and I'll see you guys later. Bye!